Who are here today, and I'd like to thank all of you who are taking the time to watch from home. I'm Don Clavin, the Town of Hempstead Supervisor. I'm joined by so many of our veterans here today, and I want to thank every single one of you who took the time to come out here today. And I want to thank all of our veterans in particular for the wonderful service you've given to this country, and the fact that on Memorial Day you made sure that Levittown remembered every single vet who gave all it was, all their life, so we could be here today. So on behalf of everybody here, everybody watching at home, I salute our veterans that are here today, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I am joined by a number of my colleagues in government, if you please indulge. First and foremost, I'm going to start with Mr. Levittown, Marine, veteran, somebody who was very essential in making sure we had a proper service for our vets out here in Levittown. Somebody who took charge, got together with all of his friends who are vets who served this country, and put this all together, and that's none other than Councilman Dennis Dunn. Dennis? We're also joined by another individual who's no stranger to Levittown, former Assemblywoman, former Town Supervisor, current Town Clerk, grew up in Levittown, family's embedded in Levittown, great people, and she's a near and dear friend to me, and that's our Town Clerk, Kate Murray. He's been in the legislature for only, I think, for 2 to 3 years. You'd think he'd been here for 10 years. He's everywhere you can be. He's a real voice for this community. Very fortunate to have him out here in the county representing us, and that is John Ferretti. Legislator John Ferretti. As I said, months ago, we would never imagine where we are today, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Memorial Day is such a special day in our society, and when it comes to Levittown in particular, it is such an essential program. You know, every Memorial Day, this community gets together as a whole. This community was built by our vets who came back after World War II, and they knew then the friends they left behind, the family members they left behind, even that passing individual maybe they weren't too close with, but they left them behind serving our country. And every Memorial Day, this community has regularly come together to say, let's not forget. Let us take and pay our respects. Instead of running to the beach for a barbecue or running out to go shopping for their sales, this community has regularly come forth and said, country, pride, our friends, our neighbors, our loved ones, our children who gave the ultimate sacrifice. I look at the Fuentes right over there behind me on the right-hand side, whose son gave an ultimate sacrifice to this country in 2007. Let me tell you, Levittown has led the way from day one getting together. And during this pandemic, who would imagine we'd have to have this program socially distant, making sure it's proper, but I'll tell you, it's great that you're having this program. It's great that these veterans in this community had the foresight to get together and say, we are going to pay our respects to our veterans. We are going to remember our friends and our colleagues and our children. And I salute every one of you in Levittown that are here today. And again, all of you that are home. You, our veterans, deserve the round of applause today. Salute and thank yourselves as we thank you. And as a society as a whole, as we come out of this pandemic and get together, we will continue to have service for our country, memorial services of a different kind for those we've lost during this pandemic, recognition of those frontline essential workers, let it be anywhere from a nurse or a doctor to a garbage man, whoever it is, we will remember them. But today is the day we remember our veterans, and those veterans who were not able to return, who gave us the opportunity to live in this wonderful country, who gave me the opportunity to serve in a capacity and be raising wonderful children. That's because of their sacrifice. And that's why I'm happy we're all here today. We should be here, we should take this time, and we should always start it off the way that we did here today with Matthew, with our national anthem, about having pride in our country, pride in our service, and pride in our great accomplishments. So I want to say thank you to all of you again for being here, for remembering all those who were unable to be here and join us here today. Because as I said, I look around this area and I see veterans from many spans, let it be World War II, Korea, Vietnam, First Gulf War, the War on Terror. Mr. and Mrs. Fuentes, who I remember when I first met you so many years ago. It's a tribute. Your son will never be forgotten. His sacrifice will never be forgotten, because that's what Levittown does right. That's what the town residents do right. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's what our country does right. So God bless all of you. God bless America. And thank you all for being here today. Honor Guard, perform the volley. I would be remiss if first I did not recognize our two state representatives that are here. First off, we have Assemblyman John Micklin, Levittowner right here. John, thank you. And I see over here in the left-hand side of my shoulder, Senator Kevin Thomas. Senator, thank you very much for being here as well. I do want to take the time, please. I think we should all give them a round of applause because they've done such a great job. Our American Legion Commander, thank you so much, Frank, for doing a great job. Our VFW Commander, Peter, and his son, Liam, who beautifully led us in taps. Thank you, Liam. Our acting chaplain, thank you, Henry, very, very much for your beautiful blessing. As I said, our other colleagues, and again, I'll go back to him, Matt. You led us in a beautiful start to this program, and I want to say thank you, because at a time like this, that's how you want to start every single day as far as I'm concerned. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that completes our program, but I want to say thank you again to Levittown for leading the way, as you always do, and for all those residents at home taking the time to remember what Memorial Day is all about. It's not about a sale. It's not about going to a barbecue at a friend's house or running down to the beach. It's about remembering the men and women who gave us the ability to enjoy a day like this because they gave the ultimate sacrifice, and that's their lives. God bless all of you, God bless our town, and God bless America. Thank you all very, very much again.